Hello everyone, it's Shanna. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Now if you watched yesterday's video, this paper is going to look somewhat familiar. I made a card in which I used a new stitch die, and I used this piece of paper here. And I had it laying on my desk this morning and I saw it and I thought, you know what? I think I can cut that down and use that and make a shaker panel. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this today. So let's just start making a card. It's going to look very similar in that I'm going to use a lot of the same elements that I used yesterday. I have just cut some more of that paper, and I've grabbed some more of that ephemera that we had, and I'm going to just use and kind of make a similar card. Now yesterday we used this kind of gingham and I loved it, but I'm going to use the polka dot today just so that we'll have something a little bit different. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build, I've got just a piece of acetate, and the reason why I'm doing this is I'm huge into using all of my scraps, and this is something that, this was a stamp or a die or something came in it, and I've just cut it down to size for a shaker. So I'm going to use that. I was just looking, we can actually use this other side of the paper if we wanted to, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to stick with that. I like the look of that. It's really soft, and I think it'll look really good with this. So to get started, I'm going to bring in some of my two-sided tape and just frame this out and get my acetate laid down. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm just going to lay it kind of on the inside of this. Just frame it out. If you guys watch my channel a lot, you've seen me make other shakers. And I do it very simplistically with the materials that I have for the most part. And I'm just going to get this framed all the way around. I like the double-sided tape for the acetate just because I don't have to worry about glue getting all over the place because I'm a messy glue person. So I'm just looking for my pieces parts here. I'm going to bring in my Cat Scrappiness bone folder and just rub it along there and make sure I get this pressed down all the way on here so that I've got a good adherence. And then I'm going to bring in my tool and I'm going to use the pick side and just pull it up. It just works better for me than trying to do it with my fingernails. And that's my heater kicking on. It is a gorgeous day today, however. It's been unseasonably warm. We've had no snow for Christmas. One day we had a little bit of snow with just some giant flakes, and it didn't last. And it was actually, it's been like, I don't know, 64, and it's just been crazy, the weather. So we haven't had snow or really cold weather. So today it's pretty mild and it's sunny, but my heat is kicking on. So I'm just gonna, I think I got a little bit of a bubble in here. I'm gonna just try to lift this up and remedy that. Maybe. There, I think that's gonna work out all right. Okay, so I've got a little bit hanging off the edge here. I didn't cut it very straight, so I'm just going to trim that off and that'll be good. Maybe trim it a little bit more right there. There we go. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in some foam tape, and I've got a pretty good amount of room here, so I'm going to use this wider tape. Normally I use a thinner tape, but I'm going to use the wider and go all the way around here. And I've got these scissors that are non-stick that I'm using. I like to use those. I don't like to use my good scissors for sticky stuff. Now these are good scissors, but they are meant for sticky stuff. So this will just give me enough space for all my shaker bits. And it's also going to help adhere that acetate. So that'll work out nice. Now I feel like one layer will be enough for my dimension. so that I can have enough space for my shaker bits. I feel like just one layer of this will be enough. If you feel like, if you have thick sequins or beads or whatever, and you feel like you need 2 layers, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I didn't do it on the first piece, but just make sure it gets laid down really well. And then we'll pick this. Before I do that, I really should probably, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, before I peel the rest of them off, I'm going to kind of lay this one down, just kind of cover it up a little bit. I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool, and this I got from Cat Scrappiness as well. And I'm going to just go around there and try and get that to where it's not staticky, so that my shaker bits will move real nicely. So I'm going to grab some shaker bits. Give me just a minute here. Okay, so I'm bringing in some shaker bits, and I've got these from Cat Scrappiness. This is an espresso glitter sequin mix. This is hot cocoa sequin mix. I just like the variation of the collar. And then I thought it'd be fun to bring in some pearl dots. So just to have a little bit of sound with them. I think these will make a little bit more sound. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of these into my container here and just kind of get a mixture of what I think I need. Because it is a big full window, we're probably going to need a little bit in there. So I'm just kind of sprinkling all these in here. And hopefully that'll be enough. And then I'm going to put some of these, because I thought these would be fun just kind of rolling around in there. All right, we're going to go with that much there. So pearl glass dots, hot cocoa sequin mix, and espresso glitter mix. Those are the ones we're using. Okay, so I've already used my embossing powder and put that in there. And I'm just going to kind of lay this down in here. And hopefully nothing will jump around or anything. Now the hard part is taking this backing off without getting them to bounce. So I'm going to try to be really careful in doing that, and just try to be as careful as I can with that. I think I'm even going to do this little trick here where you stick these out the sides, because I am going to try and not have these go all over the place. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Okay, so I've got those all folded down. Now I want this polka dot panel to be showing down there, so I'm going to just try and get it lined up as best I can and try to not get my head in the way of the camera. I know my hair gets a little bit, sometimes gets in there. And I'm just going to try and get that laid down on there as even as I can, and just kind of touch some of those touch points, and then just pull these away. And then I'm going to bring in my bone folder and go all along there and try and get a good stick. So hopefully that'll work. Let's just see. Oh yeah, isn't that fun? Just got all kinds of fun stuff in there, and it really, really shakes very well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, and I've cut this down just a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I want to put I think I'm going to leave I'm just going to leave some of that white exposed, and just do it like that. I could add another piece of paper and do that. Let's just do that. Let's just add another piece of paper. Let's use one of these wild ones. This one here has got quite a bit of color, of the 2 colors in it. So I'll just cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let's just do that. We'll lay that down, and then we'll have just a little edge hanging off there. And that'll be all right. Let's see, do we have that good? Yeah. Looks like my panel might be a little crooked. Let me test it. Yeah, it was a little bit. I don't know what went on with that, but anyway. So let's go ahead and get this laid down. Just bring in my glue. Whoops. Pulled the pin right out of it. All right, and just get this laid down. We're going to use that dark color on our card. Got lots of glue on there, so I'll have some wiggle room. And let's just get this lined up on our card base. See if we can do a better job than that. Okay, here we go. There we go. That looks good. Now we've got kind of that busy pattern there, and that'll be a good use for that paper. And then we can just lay this down on there and lay it down real nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get that lined up on there. We need to go that way a little bit. There we go. How does that look? Looks pretty good. Still moving pretty good. I like it. All right. So now we get to adorn our card. So I had picked this out. I thought this looked really neat and could just kind of lay along the bottom there. And I'm thinking I'm just going to lay it just right down flat. I think that'll look really pretty. And so I'm just going to kind of go along the bottom here and up the sides. Maybe put a little bit on there, not too much. I don't want to make a mess out of my acetate. And we're just going to lay this along the bottom. And I think that looks really pretty. Doesn't that look pretty? I like it. Okay, so I'm just going to get it how I want it. I think that looks good. And then I had this in mind. I thought, you know, we could put here, something like that. And then I've also I took and used got coffee dye from Cat Scrappiness. And I cut the shadow out in this brown. And I was thinking maybe that would look all right. And just trying to decide how I want to do it. So, and then I took my scraps from my yellow paper and I used my magic mat and cut my got coffee out. And so I've got that, and I've got my question mark and my little tittle there to my question mark. And so we're just going to pop these out. And I'm going to grab what do I do with my tweezers? There they are. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way here. And let's just grab our tweezers and we'll get some glue on there. Kind of got to mess with our glue. Let's see. Clean that off a little bit. Let's get this laid down. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. I know we did. Apart from the little bug that everybody had and was passing around, we had a really nice holiday. There we go. It looks good. I like it. And then let's do the big part of the question mark first, and then we'll put that down. We just really haven't had a dreary winter at all. I just can't believe it, because Indiana in the winter is incredibly dreary. So I'm thankful for that we haven't had it dreary weather. Okay, and that looks good. Now I have a decision to make. Do I want to use the Got Coffee, or do I want to use the All You Need Is Love and Coffee? I'm trying to decide. And I feel like I want to use that. I think that looks really cute. I kind of like it angled like that. Or maybe just like that. I think I like it like that. I think I like it just like that. I'm going to take that double-sided tape, just because I don't want to mess with glue on that acetate. And I'm just going to put it at the bottom. Just run that bone folder across there. Pick that off. Maybe. Can't get a hold of it. We'll go from this side. There we go. All right, and then let's put some glue across the top. And we'll do it that way. I think we'll get a good hold on that. I think I'm just going to go like that. I think that looks good. I think that is a lot of fun. So there's my card. I hope you like it. I'm having fun playing with this stuff, and you know, for all of us coffee lovers out there, I think it makes a fun card. So I've got a lot of that ephemera left, so you'll probably be seeing some more videos like this. But today I just wanted to use that piece of scrap because it was laying on my desk, and I looked at it, and of course it was uneven because I'd laid the die over here, but I trimmed it down off of each side to make it to where it would work. And I think it works nicely. And it's a use of something that you might normally throw away. So I just challenge you to consider your scraps and kind of look at them in a different view and figure out how you can use them. So I love that stitch die, and I like what it left with the piece of paper as well. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.